March the 7th, 2024, here with your live show. We're live 7 days a week, 365 days a year. We've got a loaded schedule today in the NBA. A small card, but man, are there some good games on there. We got college hoops. We got conference tournament action kind of in full swing here. And, just a lot of games out there. And the action coming hot and heavy in these small conferences. We haven't really covered them all in the videos. Is a lot about these small conferences. We're trying to do the best that we can to keep up with them, but to be honest with you, most of them are going to get swallowed up by some of the larger conferences once the weekend rolls around. Last night's action was pretty exciting, but there was also some just head scratchers out there as well, as is the case usually in the last week of the regular season for college hoops. Chris, I did a red Sletter or whatever, Musher penalized for not gutting the moose properly. Does he not have YouTube? I'm not really sure what's going on here.
I'm not sure. I wish I could tell you. I wish I could help.
Couldn't you just see him on his phone YouTube video? How do I properly gut the moose? Did you see this story, Jay, on ESPN? So there's this musher in the Iditarod dog race, which is the big dog race, big dog sled race. 5-time champion, penalized 2 hours. He ran into a moose out on the course, shot the moose dead. And then in the rules of the Iditarod race, that if a moose, a wolf, or any kind of animal like that comes up and you have a confrontation, you have to gut them properly. If you don't gut them properly, it's a 2-hour penalty. So this guy did not gut the moose properly, and it's a 2-hour penalty. It's like, all you got to do is Google it. How do I gut the moose, right?
And what race was this? The dog race?
Yeah, Iditarod.
Yeah.
Oh,
the big Alaskan dog race that they have. It used to be, ABC Sports used to cover this thing. They don't do it anymore because they cruel the whole PETA thing with the dogs. Anyways, I thought it was an interesting story.
No, that's insane.
Chris, what do you got? What do you think of yesterday's college hoops, man? It was kind of all over the place, right? Miami got absolutely thud, man. I think I just can't even understand how this team went, from here to here. Minnesota, what's going on there? South Carolina, they go for the push. At the end, the guy slams it home, and they call it no basket. What was that?
I have no idea. It's
They
one of
threw
them
the three.
had.
The guy came up to clean it up, slams it home, and they call it no basket.
Yeah, one of the guys, one of the refs had Tennessee on a ticket for sure.
Seemed like it.
Yeah, no, there were some head scratchers yesterday. Like you said, South Carolina. Was another one. There was another one that was like I said, Minnesota. Kentucky didn't cover against Vandy. The defense looks like it's still an issue there. There were a couple I wish I had put on there and a couple I wish I didn't.
So Costi sent me a list of some of the things that he had in the purse, and it was not the things that we had. It was mostly like cigar lighters and stuff like that. He also had Nicorette gum. We played when you weren't here, Jay.
Didn't he say that though? Didn't he say that he
had no gum?
He keeps Nicorette. Yeah. I thought he said he always keeps Nicorette around though.
I didn't know that. I quit smoking, but I never used the Nicorette or anything. So Jay, unsuccessful trip to the dentist. No
unsuccessful. No pulling. We got rescheduled. Oof.
No, those long trips to the dentist are like pulling teeth.
Yeah, just did all that for no reason.
That one stunk. That was a bad one.
I don't care. I'll take it. I'll take it.
Lost my mouse already. 2 minutes into the show.
Oh, jeez.
get up. All right. That stinks. Oh, well. Guys, carry on. You can talk about me while I'm gone.
Will do. No, ah,
Jay, who
another
got you on
day,
the
another
NBA
dollar.
yesterday?
The Lakers and the Thunder Buddies. On the jam
Thunder
session, I was
Buddies got
6
me
and 2
too.
yesterday. I was 6 and 2 on the jam session yesterday, but on the premium side, I was 2 and 2. I had both the losses.
Thunder Buddies got me. The Houston Rockets finding that way to sneak in the back door.
That was my play of the day.
Yeah, mine was the Magic. I thought I was dead in the water in that game.
Yeah,
But
I left the
Wizards.
Magic off because I kind of thought it was going to be that style game. But of course, after the fact, I was like, damn, I knew I should have had the Magic.
The Wizards keep finding new and creative ways to lose, and it's insane.
Definitely.
So what
now a league worst 9-53.
So what I found is that when my mouse goes out, if I just bring over my other mouse, it's like the mouse gets jealous, and then it starts working again. So that's what I do. Trackpad. What are you guys talking about? Talking about me?
Talking about the NBA. Let's not try to talk about it.
Well, we got a monster card in the NBA today, and can get right into it if you guys want. It's got the. Come on, what the heck's going on over here? You got the Pistons taking on the Nets. This one's in Detroit. Chris, what do you think?
Ugh. Jeez. I don't want to go sexy pick right out of the gate. I mean, I think I have to go with the Brooklyn Nets. I don't know. I think I would just need more points to consider the Detroit Pistons at home in this one. This game absolutely stinks. So if I had to pick anything, I'll pick the Brooklyn Nets. But yeah, not going near this one.
Half Ruffolo, Jay.
I think the line tells you everything that you need to know here. I think this is a culmination of a lot of things. The Nets are a 2.5 point favorite of the Detroit Pistons. I think that's all you need to know. That's what the books think of the Brooklyn Nets. Despite how they've played recently, despite all that, despite having 14 more wins than the Detroit Pistons, they're 2.5 point favorites. I think that's all you need to know. I'm taking the Pistons money line in this one. I think they've had this game circled for a little minute as their 10th win. They are no longer the worst team in the league. They're no longer that. Shout out the Wizards. I think they get their 10th win tonight. The Nets are a sharp falling knife. Ben Simmons now done for the season. They're done for the season. Give me Detroit money line.
I'm going to take the Pistons against the Nets. I think they got this one as well. I'll go for it on the money line if there's any value there. If not, I'll just take the points. Y'all gave out losers yesterday. Y'all gave out losers yesterday. No, see the way that works. Look, we're gonna do a show of just YouTube comments and things like this. I mean, basically, what that means is that the picks that you picked of the picks that we gave were losers. So that makes you the loser. Our loser of the day is. Congratulations. Crying emoji.
Hit him with the applause.
I like to call that one bitch face emoji. Y'all definitely gave out losers. You mean we didn't win every single pick we gave out? Is that what you're trying to tell me? What the hell? All right. Anyways, next up, we got the Pacers taking on the Timberwolves. We got the best offense against the best defense in the NBA going at it. Jay, what do you think of this one?
Carl Anthony Towns. News came out just this morning. He tore his meniscus, so he's gonna miss tonight. No real news on how long he's gonna miss. You know, some people play through a torn meniscus.
Chris
So we'll
did.
see with that.
Chris played through the tournament on the show. Came in. Ruffoloed a couple games here and there, but gutted it out, toughed it out.
Hey, I was just at the last game the Pacers played. Them boys was hooping.
Anyways,
Offensively,
next up,
them boys are a different monster, different animal. And I think they come out hooping today on Minnesota. I do. I think they're favored at home for a reason. And I think they get these boys at home today. I think offensively they're just going to be too much. I think they're going to run and gun Minnesota out the gym. I see the Pacers winning this one. I'm taking Indiana.
I'm going to take the Pacers too. I'm kind of waiting for the rug to get pulled out from on the Timberwolves. I've been waiting all season long, but this is the perfect timing. 62 games into the season, so 20 left. Torn meniscus. This is all the pieces are coming together for me on the Timberwolves. I'm going to go for the Pacers in this one as well. Chris?
I'll be on an island. I'll be different. I'll take the Timberwolves. Yeah, I know Cat's out, but I mean, this is still a really good team. I mean, since February 1st, 5 road games, leads the NBA in net rating. They're outscoring teams by 18 points per 100 possessions. So give me the Timberwolves here. I'm still concerned about the Pacers defense, and if Halliburton has another off night, I'm really worried about the Pacers. So give me the Timberwolves.
Next up, Mavericks versus the Heat. The Heat fans have taken a GoFundMe. Send Jay Briggs to the Mavs game for this one. Jay's record at Mavs games.
Yes, they are.
We got the GoFundMe cooking, and it's the Heat and the Mavericks. Of course, these teams met once upon a time in the NBA Finals, but that was a long time ago at this point. The Mavs not so great out of the break here. Twice?
Played twice in the finals, yeah. 06 and 11.
So 1-1.
Yep.
1-1. But the Mavs have not been so hot out of the break, and that's since Jay's been going to the games. And the Heat have been playing their best basketball the last month. I just think this is a bad spot for the Mavericks again at home, and I think it's you don't want to be laying points against the Miami Heat. You don't want to do it. It's bad. It's gonna be a bad day. Jay, what time are you heading out to the stadium?
I've been told by not by Mavs fans that I cannot attend this one tonight. So I don't know. I haven't made up my mind if I'm going or not. I don't know. I'll let y'all
do it. Do it.
The real reason I want to go, the real reason I might not go is I do want to watch that Boston Nuggets game. I do want to watch that. I'll probably be home to catch the third or fourth quarter if I do go.
Yeah, it'll be a blowout by then. Be a lot of people eating the Mavericks team.
Talking about that one in a second, but what you doing in this one, Roof? You taking the trash pandas?
No, not tonight. Gotta go with the Heat. Heat in the points. 13-7 against the spread as a road underdog this season, 65%. Fourth best in the NBA. And the Mavs in the home favorite. Well, I know Jay loves them as the road favorite, but as the home favorite, 9-12 against the number. Give me the Heat in the points.
Jay?
I'm on the Mavs. No Hero, no K-Love for Miami. This got to be the spot for Dallas. This is basically why I'm on them. This has to be the spot. This has to be the spot. They have to get this one done at home. They've been reeling. This got to be the bounce back spot at home at the crib. That's all I got, man. That's all I got for it. I think the line is right where it should be. I do believe the Mavs are.
How is it should be that the Mavericks are favored when they've lost almost every game since the All-Star break and the Heat are kicking ass? I mean, how is it where it should be, man? It's like the Heat have lost 2 games. They lost to the Nuggets and the Celtics, right? The 2 best teams in the NBA outside of the Heat, right? So how is the line where it should be when the Mavericks are losing to the trash-ass Pacers at home?
Because you have to look at these teams in a vacuum for not what they've been, not necessarily only in the last 5, last 10, but what they are in the grand scheme of things. And in the grand scheme of things, the Mavs are the better team for this season, for what we've seen in the regular season. I know you're going to argue the Miami playoff, all that. And I do understand that. When we get to the playoffs.
NBA Finals 2 of the last 4 years? Is that what you were alluding to?
That is what I was alluding to. But I'm on the Mavs tonight. Bounce back spot at the crib.
Got a lot of surprised people in the comments on this one. On that pick, Jay.
I know. I know.
Stop taking the Mavericks. Fade your ass and take the Mavericks.
I know.
Got the Suns against the Raptors. Suns beat up on the Chicken Nuggets the other night. And the Raptors, well, living up to their name as the Craptors. Chris?
I'm going to go with the under 231 in this one.
No
way I'm laying 10.5.
No. I need to know a side in this one. You can't just go sexy pick here. I need the side in this one.
No.
Today.
Okay. Hold on though. Let me explain. So,
all right,
I can't lay 10.5 with the Phoenix Suns because the Phoenix Suns are terrible as the home favorite. I can't take 10.5 with the Raptors because there's no Scotty Barnes anymore. No Pirtle. He's out for a little while as well. And when these 2 teams squared off earlier this season, Toronto won 112-105, and the total was even lower than what it is here. If I had to pick a side, I'd probably go Phoenix, but I'm the better player is the under 233.
For sure. All right. I respect the under, but I had to get the side out of you. I had to. I thought today might have been the day we got the Raptors out of Ruffolo, but it wasn't. I agree with you, Brody. I like that under in this basketball game, but side-wise, I would take the Suns too. And laying 10.5 with Phoenix sounds disgusting. It sounds terrible. It sounds like you want to lose money, but in all honesty, I think it's the right side. Like Ruffolo said, no Scotty Barnes. All in all, the Raptors, they're done. They're cooked. They've waved the white flag. Ruffalo said it months ago, but it's evident. Um, Suns, we got to give them credit. They just went into Denver and beat Denver. That happened. And at home at the crib today, I think if they lock in, they should win the game by 10.5. If they weren't in a sandwich spot, this would have been a premium. The reason it's not a premium is because they just played the Nuggets and they got the Celtics on deck. That was what kept me off of making it a premium. If that weren't the case, I would have laid the 10.5 here with Phoenix. That's something I probably haven't done all season. But I do think they're head and shoulders better than Toronto, and they kicked the crap out of them.
Taking the Raptors, man. I just think that's way too many points to be laying against with the Phoenix Suns, who coming off that big win against the Nuggets. I mean, the Suns are the new Timberwolves. They are, man. They're just, you cannot count on this team for 5 seconds. You know, it's like no chance. And they got plenty of guys who are more than willing to sit out the game if need be too. You know, Bradley Beal, he's on load management game 1. You know, he missed street clothes. Bradley Beal. I don't know, man. I'm gonna take the points with the Raptors. I'm not betting this game. I like the other games too much on this card to waste my money and time on this thing. Speaking of which,
That's how I feel too.
Chicken Nuggets taking on the Celtics. This is what could have been the NBA Finals last year if the Celtics would have gotten there, but it wasn't. It's the Nuggets at home here against the Pretenders. Jay, this is gonna be a fun little segment.
The other day, I told you guys where I was at in this basketball game. Some things have happened since then, though. You know, I slept, I woke up, and I started thinking clearly. I'm taking the Denver Chicken Nuggets at home at the crib here in this one tonight. Here's my thing. Had the Nuggets beat Phoenix in that game the other day, 9 times out of 10, I would have been on Boston. Had the Nuggets beaten Phoenix the other day, 9 times out of 10, I would have been on Boston. But I cannot see or expect the Denver Chicken Nuggets to lose back-to-back home games. I just can't see that. It doesn't compute in my mind. We already seen the Nuggets beat Boston in Boston. And what do I say, man? The Nuggets go stupid, dummy, crazy at home at the crib. The Celtics loss to Cleveland was very concerning, how they blew up in that fourth quarter. Taking the Nuggets at home at the crib, Mitch.
Nuggets all day for me. Got a good team against a fake team. You got a champion versus a pretender. You got a contender versus a never was ran. You got kind of all the magical things going on here. Plus the chicken nuggets are at home. Hold the dipping sauce because you're not even going to need it for this one. You're going to want to save it for later. I'm telling you, this one's going to be one of those. We saw the Nuggets the other night toy with the Lakers for, well, basically the entire game until the last 3 minutes when they decided, we want to win this one. And then they just pulled away and won by 10. I don't even think they're going to have to wait that long in this one because we know when the going gets tough, Jason Tatum folds like a cheap tent. It is going to be just really, really bad. I expect to see some domination here. And also, definitely some bitching, moaning, crying, and all that other stuff that we see from the Celtics all the time. I'm going to say Porzingis leaves the game in the third quarter with some kind of nagging injury. Chris?
I'm gonna take. Sorry, it's still chuckling about that. I'm gonna take the Nuggets as well. It's crazy to think one of these teams could actually lose back-to-back games, but I'm with Jay. I don't think they could actually drop it at home. They played too well at home. If we were getting a few more points, maybe you take a look at the Celtics, but in a pick'em, go with the team that wins their games at home, and that's the Denver Nuggets.
That's it? You're not going to talk about the humiliation or any of that stuff.
No, you already got to it.
Okay.
I leave that for you.
Yeah, man. If the Nuggets would have won that game the other day, I probably would have took the Celtics here. But nah, I can't do it. And here's the thing. Here's the thing. I know I've said all season the Celtics are the best team in the NBA. I've said that. And I've said I think they're winning the championship. My futures ticket is on them to win the championship. And if these two teams met in the championship, I would not need the Celtics to win in Denver. I would not need that to happen. That's the beautiful part of it. Because right now they have the better record. All I would need them to do is take care of business at home. That's all I would need them to do. Just take care of business at home in Boston, win every home game, and then they could win the trip.
They got no chance. They can't win every game in Boston because they look at what they've been doing at home recently. They beat the Warriors. Congratulations. But outside of that homestand, 7 games, just like a championship series would be, or a quarterfinal, Eastern quarterfinals, which is where they belong. Would be what, 3 out of 5. So I don't know, man. I don't see it. I don't see it. I see a lot of excuses, a lot of crying, a lot of whining, and a lot of things that we've seen from Jason Tatum-led Celtics all the way. He's only 26. What are they going to say when he's 36? He's only 36. He's 36, man. 46. He's 46, man. It's like he's nothing. You know what he is, Jay? No rings Tatum.
He is no ring Tatum.
He is no rings Tatum. Got a ring to it. We got the Warriors taking on the Bulls, your Chicago Bulls. The Warriors, man, pretty much outside of that game against the Celtics, they've been pretty hot, man, too. Outside of that Celtics debacle, I think what you lose by 1, you lose by 50. It's all the same. It really doesn't matter. Who's up, me? I guess it's me. I'm taking the Warriors, man. I'm not even thinking twice about it. I think the way that they've been playing, the way they were played last night, it's not like they've won games and then had letdowns. They just continue to win and continue to win. A lot like my Miami Heat, except they also have a loss to the Clippers. The thing is that the Heat have the exact same losses as these guys. The Celtics, the Nuggets. Taking the Warriors. The Bulls also, we have to really keep in mind here that this is very, very important. The Bulls are 30-32. They clearly are way more comfortable at 3 games under 500. That's where they've lived all season long. The Warriors accommodate them. Chris?
Yeah, I gave out the Bulls in the video, but I think I'm warming up more towards the Warriors. I was concerned about the letdown spot after such a big win, but yeah, I don't think they let up here. The more I look at it, the more to me it feels like a Warriors spot. So give me the Warriors here.
Ruffolo would have flipped on the show. It happens. That's why we do this show. Hey, quietly kept the third best ATS team in basketball is the Golden State Warriors. I was looking at the ATS numbers this morning. I was like, what the hell? Golden State, number 3? Number 1, Orlando Magic. Number 2, our favorite money-making team. They let us down last night. They better get their shit together. They did win the game, but they better get their ATS shit together. The Oklahoma City Thunder Buddies. And then number 3 is the Golden State Warriors. For me, the Bulls. The Bulls. Hey, the Bulls ATS recently have been a money making team too, except for not last night. Hey, Chicago on a back end of a back to back with travel, leaving the elevation, going to play the Warriors, like Mitch said, who are fairly hot. Only L came against the Celtics, who was extremely motivated to prove to the world that they're ready to beat the Warriors. That was one of my play of the day that day. Hey, the Bulls are not a hard team to figure out. When they play a bad team, a team they're better than, they usually win and cover. When they play a team that they're fairly even with, who knows what the hell is going to happen. And when they play a team that they're supposed to lose to, they usually get beat up on. I think the Warriors beat up on them at the Chase Center. I haven't said this a lot this season because they haven't really been hooping at the crib like they were last year. But I think it's about that time of the year where they're about to flip the switch, start cheating again, activate them magnets in the rim, and shots that just don't be falling anywhere else, just be falling in the Chase Center, man. For the Warriors, one of them where they're going to be whooping it up on the sideline like they did on Milwaukee last night. I'm on the Warriors, man.
We got the Kings taking on the Spurs. You know, yesterday, even though that one guy said I didn't win any picks or we lost every game or whatever he said on that thing, which is pretty impossible actually on a show like this. But I mean, you got to be really bad to lose every single pick on a show like this. We give out a ton of picks, but I guess it's possible. But the Kings, you know, were dogs on the road against the Lakers. I mean, that's an automatic. Kings road dog, automatic, man, automatic. Got the Kings taking on the Spurs. It's Chris Ruffolo.
Give me the Spurs and the points. We know about the Kings. Don't want to back them in the favorite role. Want them a lot more in the underdog role. The Spurs, I think they can at least keep this one somewhat close. Rest advantage for the Spurs here. Give me San Antonio on the points.
I shouted out Mitch today in the jam session, man. He's been on it all season. He's identified what the Kings are and what the Kings are not. Dog, take them. I don't know what it is about them. I think they watch the line every day and be like, dog, I got us messed up. And they come out ball and hoop. As a favorite, they don't hoop. They're susceptible to losing outright every time they're a favorite, especially a sizable favorite. They're kind of entering that Miami Heat as a sizable home favorite range. I don't know if anybody entered that range. Never mind. Let me chill. But they're that bad. I ain't laying double digits with the Kings, especially not on the back end of a back-to-back. Give me San Antonio. I wonder what Mitch is gonna do here. I've been wondering about this all morning. Are you taking the Spurs today? Something you very rarely have done. I think you've only done it once this year. Can I get you to do it again?
Nope. I'm going to take the taking the Kings at home. I think this is the time for the Kings, man. If they want to be a real team, they got to get it done now. And it's like the Spurs, they're just choppy, you know. And I've been fading the Spurs all season.
I just knew you was taking the Spurs today. I'm sad now.
Can't do it. I struggled. I did the video on this one. I just struggled all the way down to the end. It is a do not bet game for me because it's two teams that I fade all the time. I can't fade both of them. Too bad. I'd like to.
Fair.
Like to.
That's all the NBA for today, man. It's good. It's a good card though.
It is a good card. It's a small card, but it's actually pretty good. You know. All right, we go to college hoops, man, and it is an interesting schedule here because we got all these conference tournament games. Go to the main card here. Got South Alabama and Georgia Southern going at it in about 40 minutes, or more than 40 minutes, hour and 10 minutes. Missouri State versus Murray State. ULL versus Coastal. Belmont versus Valpo. Pepperdine versus Pacific. Southern Miss versus Texas State. Colgate versus Holy Cross. Lafayette versus Lehigh. Boston University versus Navy. American versus Bucknell. Oakland versus PFW Changs. Could be it for the PFW Changs bit, right? Could be the end of the bit for the year. Could have to file it away till next season. The problem is 15 minutes later you feel like doing the bit again. Youngstown State against Cleveland State. Illinois State versus Evansville. Stetson versus Jacksonville. Temple versus UAB. Wisconsin versus Rutgers. We're getting there. Siena versus Niagara. Quinnipiac versus Marist. Manhattan versus Iona. Fairfield versus Canisius. Chris.
Yeah, give me, let's see here. Give me Coastal Carolina and the points against Louisiana. I just think it's a case of too many points. I think Coastal's offense can hang around. I think that spread's still around 13 points or 12 for Louisiana. So I'll take Coastal and the points there. I'll also take Colgate laying the points against Holy Cross. Colgate, the best team in the Patriot League. Holy Cross going to get run out of the gym in that one. Those games are at campus sites, so a home game for Colgate. They already blew out Holy Cross there by 30 earlier this year. So give me Colgate. And give me UAB against Temple. I just can't trust Temple in that lack of offense against anybody. So I'll take UAB laying the bucket there.
I'm going to take Temple, Roof. I don't trust UAB for what they've been recently. Lost 3 of their last 4. Got smashed on the road by Memphis. Even at home, lost to Wichita State. Temple, slowly but surely, they're starting to get it together. They've won 3 of their last 4. They beat Wichita State out on the road. You lost to them. We beat them. So we're going to beat you. You feel me? At home. I'm gonna take Temple home dog. What else do I like here? Give me the Penguins. Give me Youngstown State. I think they're gonna beat up on Cleveland State. I just think they're just head and shoulders the better team. Back-to-back wins over Iapui just don't do it for me for Cleveland State. You know what I mean? I know Youngstown State lost to Cleveland, recently, so revenge game here. I think they actually get them in this spot. And this is the tournament that's where the home game is actually at the home spot, right?
Yep.
This is not neutral court.
Which one?
Yeah. So at home, Youngstown State and Cleveland. Yeah.
I think those are not neutral site. That's Horizon.
The semis and the finals, I think, are on the neutral floor.
Oh, I stand corrected.
It says this is at Youngstown, Ohio. So yeah, I think they're at home at the crib in this one. I think they beat up on them in the revenge spot. I'm gonna lay the double digits there. Penguins and Temple for me in that slot.
I kind of like that Penguins pick. I like, I definitely like Youngstown there. I like also Pepperdine against Pacific. This will be our farewell tour for Pacific this season. We have had a good run fading Pacific. It was nice to know you. It was good seeing you, and you won't be forgotten soon. Remember that year we faded Pacific every freaking game? Yeah. Tearful goodbye to Pacific. I think it might be a tearful goodbye to our PFW Changs bit too, but I'm not going to throw that in there. I do like Rutgers against Wisconsin, who I think is on that list of the most overrated teams in college hoops. Can you believe they went from like hanging on there to being ranked when they were just getting their ass kicked time and time again to now they're finally not ranked. But look what it took. 9 losses in a row, man, and now they're still favored by 9 points. It's like I'm taking Rutgers, man. It's like I'm taking Rutgers any day of the week. We move on. Western Illinois versus Tennessee State. NC Central versus South Carolina State. Morgan State versus Coppin State. UT Rio Grande Valley, the Vaqueros, up against the Eggs. Got Stephen F. versus Southern Utah. Look at Ruffolo. His mind's already whisking this one together here. He's thinking of what bit he's going to use already. He's got the whisk going. It's like, do I go soft boiled? Do I go hard boiled? Scrambled? Poached? Do I go? A lot of ways to go here. Over easy, over medium, sunny side up.
Yeah, they're gonna get beat.
Do you think they'll get a side of bacon with that? You got the Wright State versus NKU. You got Austin Peay versus North Alabama, Maryland Eastern Shore versus Delaware State, Rider versus St. Pete, Tarleton versus Utah Valley, UT Arlington versus Cal Baptist, Abilene versus Seattle, Georgia State Marshall, Mississippi Valley State, Alcorn State, Alabama State Southern. Man, we got a lot of games. Southeastern Louisiana Nichols, Washington. We'll stop there. Jay, anything on that massive card?
Two teams I love fading: Utah Tech and Rio Grande Valley going at it. Two teams that just suck. Hey, I'm gonna take the home dog, man. If they're gonna win something, it's probably gonna be here. If they're gonna win a game, like, you know what I mean? Y'all know me. I love taking bad teams in spots where they can get a win. And I can see this being the case for you at UT Rio Grande Valley. Take a shot there, money line. I don't want the points. I want the money line in that one. Of course, I'm taking Tarleton over Utah Valley. Utah Valley was playing well there. Home loss to UTA though is kind of disturbing, especially in the fashion that they lost it. I think Tarleton's head and shoulders the better team in that one. They probably beat them up. And then I'm gonna go take UTA against CBU, Cal Baptist. UTA been rolling, man. They've been, and I'm not trying to step in front of them. I'm really not. Cal Baptist on the road. We've seen them really struggle there recently. They've lost all 3 of their recent meetings. They were competitive. I wouldn't be surprised if this game was competitive some way through. But I think when it's said and done, UTA continues to do what they do, and that's win games fairly comfortably. I'm going to lay the points with them boys here now.
I like Northern Kentucky against Wright State. I think they got a chance to win this one outright. Wright State is very, very good offensively. They're the top shooting team in the nation, but they play no defense at all. Northern Kentucky, this is a team that's coming on really, really strong, playing really well over the second half of the season, and really in recent weeks. I forgot to say Abe Simpson's there in that SWAC matchup against Jackson State. Whew, I'm slipping. Ruffolo not there to correct me. I like Grambling against Alabama A&M. I think that one's just a mismatch. Grambling is the way better team, and I'm gonna go with the Eggs. I think they beat them, and then I think they flip them, and then I think they just throw some cheese on them and eat them up like a sandwich. I think that's where we go with that one. I'm gonna take the Eggs, Utah Tech. Chris?
Jeez, I said beat and you stole it from me in the in the analysis there.
I'm fried, Chris. I mean, what do you expect?
Yeah, you're fried. Yeah, I'm telling you, I try to keep everybody laughing, but I'm running out of yolks. There we go. Thank you.
Good evening, ladies and germs.
Tip your server. Try the veal. Wait, if they're playing in Rio Grande Valley, can we call that Huevos Vaqueros?
It could be. It could be. Could be.
Yeah, that's we got to revisit that next year whenever that matchup happens. Give me Seattle plus the points against Abilene Christian. Seattle really good offensively on the road. These two teams very similar defensively, so I think Seattle can get the job done. I can't get there with Abilene Christian even laying points at home. And I'm going to go with Ryder laying the wood at home against St. Peter's. St. Peter's normally a team that likes to rely on their defense, but at a certain point you got to be able to outscore the other team, and I think Ryder can break them down and get the win. Just simply take advantage of St. Peter's lack of offense. So give me Ryder and give me Seattle.
All right. Washington State, Washington, Green Bay, Milwaukee. We got Oregon against Colorado, Norfolk State, Howard, UTEP, FIU, La Tech, Sam Houston State, UCLA, Arizona, Southern Illinois, the Salukis versus UIC, Arch Madness. We got Morehead State versus SIU Edwardsville, Long Beach State, what up, beaches? Versus UCSB. UC San Diego, the Tritons up against UC Davis. UC Riverside versus Cal State Fullerton. UC Irvine, the Anteaters up against Cal Poly. Stanford versus Cal. USC, Arizona State, and Oregon State taking on Utah. I'm up first. I'm going to roll with Colorado. We coming over Oregon in this one. I just think they're the better team. I think the Ducks have been a little bit of a disappointment. I know they've been generally a very, very good home team. But I'll tell you what, I think Colorado is just a better team. And I think that this is that time of year where you kind of do that. Same thing. I think Arizona woodsheds at UCLA at Pauley Pavilion. Normally Mick Cronin teams play well at this time of the year. Not this year. I'm going with Arizona in that one. And I think when we look at some of these other games, La Tech barely missed out as a premium for me. I like them in this spot. They've been playing really well. Chris?
Yeah, I'm going to take Arizona as well, like you said. They play their best basketball this time of year, and this is not your usual Mick Cronin team. This team is not very good, and I don't think they're going to be able to hang around with Arizona, even though Arizona's been shaky on the road. I think Arizona gets it done. I'm also going to take Morehead State, laying the points against SIU Edwardsville. Morehead State, it was a late stumble that dropped this team to the 3 seed, but they're the best team in the Ohio Valley. I like Morehead State there.
Better than
and give me Arizona State plus the Morehead's always better than less said. And Arizona State plus the points against USC. I'm not laying 8 points with USC. No, thank you. You could argue, compared to preseason expectations, that USC is probably one of the most disappointing power conference teams in the country. Arizona State haven't been playing great, but I think they're good enough here to at least keep this one close. Maybe give themselves a shot to win it outright.
Jay, you got a lot of your favorites are in this spot.
They are. Hashtag we coming, Mitch. I'm with you. Fading Oregon. I think Colorado's the better team in that one too. They have laid some eggs this season, but and Oregon usually is tough. But I think Colorado wins that game outright. Hey, my boys, man, it's time to gear up. I'm on the Salukis. I think they kicked the crap out of UIC, man. UIC was kind of struggling heading into it. Salukis, they lost back-to-back. It's the perfect time to lock in tournament time. They're going to air them out, show them that they probably finna win that conference tournament. Who you got winning that conference tournament, Roof? The MVC.
Probably Indiana State.
They've been the best in the conference this season, but I don't know if it's such a cakewalk, man, for them.
No, it's not a cakewalk. I'm just
Who you
saying
like
if
in
I
that?
had to pick a team.
Who you like in that conference, Mitch?
I think you'd have to put um, Illinois State there, but I mean Indiana State there. But I don't think it's going to be that easy. I think that if somebody else came out of there, I wouldn't be surprised. I wouldn't be surprised at all. I think that I don't know, man. It's like
No, I'm playing.
Arch Madness is
I,
is always crazy. Always crazy.
I think the Salukis got a real chance to do something in that conference. I do. I think they do something today. Started off on the right foot. What up, beaches? Long Beach State.
I think
These
Bradley's not
boys
bad.
desperately.
Drake's not bad. They've been there, done that, right? It's like
It's an interesting conference. I think Long Beach State needs a bounce back game desperately, and I think they get it today at home at the crib. And Mitch, can I see the list? There it is. Line 6. USC football and hoops. Don't forget the and hoops. Like Ruth said, I'm not laying double digits USC. I can't do it.
how about the Lincoln Riley defense in the Big Ten? It'll be his third conference in 3 years. It's like he's gonna get shredded in his third conference in 3 years. Who's the quarterback at USC this year, Chris? Didn't they get a transfer in? Somebody.
I know they had Miller Moss. He was he was the recruit they had.
I don't know. It's Miller Moss. 6 TDs in the Holiday Bowl. I don't know. Be interesting to see. Do we have any hockey games today?
Yeah, 12 game card.
Take it away.
Let's see here. Yeah, it's Miller Moss and then Jake Jensen is the backup.
Two double initial guys.
All right,
They went double initials.
Yeah.
Moss.
Yeah. All right, I'll go 6 and 6. So first one we got first set we got Toronto, Boston, Montreal, Carolina, Edmonton, Columbus, Philadelphia, Florida, St. Louis, New Jersey, and Washington, Pittsburgh. Jay, what do you like any hockey here?
I learned my lesson the other day, man. Do I want to, off the huge homestand, sign myself back up for this? I'm taking the Toronto Maple Leafs, the Toronto Maple Frauds, the Toronto Maple Laughs, straight up money line. Come on, bro. They disappointed me the other day, but the plus money here is too appeasing for me not to take a shot in the triple. Give me Toronto.
They've lost 6 in a row against the Bruins. Take the Bruins in that one. Bruins own them.
Mitch, is that what you're going with, the Bruins?
I like the Bruins, and I like old logo, new logo on the puck line as well.
All right, give me Montreal plus the 1.5. 21 and 10 on the puck line on the road. You're getting even money with the goal and a half. They keep playing all these close games. In Carolina, they've had a few close games themselves, 12-19 on the puck line at home. Take Montreal plus the 1.5. And yeah, I think I got to lean towards Boston too. I really didn't like how the Leafs looked in that game, and now I'm starting to get a little bit concerned. And they have issues against Boston. They'll be fine. They'll be fine down the road, but right now it just feels like Boston's got their number. And then the other half of the card got Calgary, Tampa Bay, Buffalo, Nashville, Minnesota, Arizona, Vancouver, Vegas, Ottawa, LA, and the Islanders in San Jose. Jay, what do you want here?
You know what I want here? I want the plus money with the Coyotes. This is a legitimate 50-50 game, and I'm getting a nice plus money price with my boys. We've already seen them kick the crap out of the Wild once this season. It was 6-0. Wild did win the other one. Legitimate 50-50 game. At home, at the crib. Need a win at home. Haven't had one in quite some time. This is the spot. Give me the Coyotes. Give me. Hold on. Give me the Canucks, man. Give me Vancouver. Vegas, they still being priced like one of the best teams in hockey, even though they not playing like that right now. And the Canucks, they are playing like one of the best teams in hockey and probably not getting the respect they deserve. So, taking Vancouver.
Mitch, you playing any of these?
Vegas. That's it. Vegas and the Lightning parlay.
Yeah, I'm going to take the Lightning as well. I think it's 6 straight wins as home favorites. So I'll take the Lightning. I'm going to take the Predators against the Sabres. They're just on fire right now. They're playing good defense still. And I hate to tell Jay, but I think I could see the headlights coming again down the road. The Coyotes are trying to cross the road, but I think they're going to get run over. I don't know. Until I see this team win at home. I know they play their best hockey at home, but you lose to the Blackhawks, snap the 22-game road losing streak. Ugh. Give me the Wild in that one. All right, that's it.
That's it. Parlay time. It's that time of the show. We're gonna finish in under an hour. For those of you that are always worried about where the picks are, I'm just not known for finishing under an hour. It feels dirty. Chris, what do you like?
Sorry. Give me Colgate. Give me Moorhead State. And give me Arizona State.
Give me the Warriors, Golden State. Give me Rio Grande Valley, money line. And give me Arizona Coyotes, money line, 3-teamer.
I'm gonna take. I'm definitely taking the eggs. And you got it. It's the last. It could be the farewell for the eggs. I'm gonna pair them up with PFW Changs, and I mean these are farewell tour games, so we gotta kind of gotta make sure we get everything out of these guys. So I'll take those two, and yeah, I don't know who else. I guess Colgate. Oh no, Pepperdine. What was I thinking? Pepperdine, the eggs, PFW Changs. So obvious. Thanks everyone for joining us. Make it a winning day. We appreciate each and every one of you. sure to tip your bartenders. Can't go home. Don't have to go home, but you can't stay here. Make it a winning day. I'm going to try and act more professional tomorrow.